Hey guys, Youumuus here, and today I'm going to be explaining to you guys what this is. Look at this little cool orange, not orange, golden Riot logo. Am I in Riot now? No, not really. Basically, this is the League Unlock program, and how it works is a lot of places in the world, if you have internet cafes and stuff, and if they sign up and go through Riot, they can actually get this so that if you play in some internet cafes, you can actually have certain things unlocked. Like some internet cafes have like a bunch of skins unlocked for you that you can play whenever you're there, but when you go home, you don't have it anymore. And this is basically that, but since I'm in the League Partner Program, you know how they send me a lot of cool stuff and all that sometimes, I just have this at home, you know? My account just has this. I don't have to go to an internet cafe, which is pretty nice. So I have, like, every single skin and champion unlocked for me. And basically, I have it for everything other than, like, Victoria skins and, like, Black Alistair. I really wish they could give us Black Alistair also, but we don't have Black Alistair. But every other rare skin we got. And I decided to make this video not to flex on you guys. I made a poll on my channel here saying, should I make a video on what this is? And a lot of people seem to actually not know what that thing is. So I thought I'd make a video on it since a lot of League YouTubers are going to start to have this now. And you might be a little bit confused. And if they don't make a video on it, I thought I would. And it's Saturday, you know, I didn't have a gameplay prepared. And I'm kind of tired because I've been streaming all week and editing one video a day. So I thought today we'd do a fun little video where we just go through some of the rare skins and play with them and see some of their effects. Alright guys, let's get into some rare skins now. And before we get into the super rare skins, I'd like to have some honorable mentions. So first one up, the Hextech skins are pretty rare, but they're not rare in the aspect of like you can't get them anymore. They're rare in the aspect that they just cost a lot of money. If you spend $200-300, you can guarantee any of these skins. So they're rare in that aspect that they're like a $200-300 skin, but anyone can get them practically. So they're gonna be an honorable mention. Another honorable mention is the Victoria skins. They're pretty, the Victoria skins are pretty rare because you can only get them if you played in that season. Even through the League Unlocked program, I can't get any of these skins because they want it so that you really have to be there to earn it, and I love that. I don't mind not having these skins because I really wasn't there for them. So I think Janna was Season 1 Gold. No, J4 was Season 1 Gold. Janna was Season 2 Gold. And then Elise was Season 3 Gold. Morgana Season 4 Gold. Maokai Season 5 Gold. I think it's Sivir Season 6 Gold, and then Graves Season 7. No, Graves Season 6 Gold, Sivir Season 7 Gold, and then Orianna Season 8 Gold. So that's how you get all the skins. And then in Season 2, there was a one-off skin that they just gave to people that played Ranked. I don't think you needed to get gold for this. You just needed to play like 10 games in Ranked or whatever, and that's Judgment Kale. So a lot of people actually have this skin. So I'd say the Season 2 Victorious skin is definitely rarer than this, because if you have the Victorious skin, you have this as well. So I think those are going to be all the honorable mentions. Is there any other skins that are honorable mentions? Maybe the Warwick skins. Warwick has the gray Warwick skin, which you can only get for through the Honor program. So if you get Honor 5 and you get the Honor 5 capsule, you have a chance of getting this or Medieval Twitch. So these are pretty rare kind of, and they don't really mention these too much, but these are like the Honor 5 skins. Back then they were a lot more rare because you had to refer friends to get them, and I think Warwick, you had to refer 350 friends to League. So that means you gave a link to download League to 350 friends, and they all downloaded it and made an account. And Medieval Twitch, I think, was 500 friends. So those are super rare back then, so they made them a lot more obtainable now. Basically, all the people that got these back then were YouTubers and personalities and stuff. And I guess Warwick has the Earthwick skin too, which is pretty rare, but they re-released it now for 150,000 Blue Essence. So I think this one is maybe a little bit harder to get than the Gemstone skins, just because I think 150 Blue Essence is more than 10 Gemstones. I don't know. If you play the game a bunch, you can definitely get the skin. It only comes around once a year, but you can guarantee get it still every once a year. And then the OG one that you can only get for buying it back then. Back then, the first April Fools, they were selling this skin for 5,000 RP. And then I think it was like a week-long event, and in the middle of the week, they lowered it down to 500 RP. Those people that paid 5,000 for it must have felt pretty scammed. And then on the last day, it was only 50 RP. That's what I know about this skin. And back then, it had a really goofy-looking splash art, too. Let me show you guys. Now it's all updated, though, but let's see. Earth Warwick. Old. Let's see. I'll show you guys the image. Yeah, Earthwork, look at the skin back then. Back then it looked like this. I remember when I first started playing, I think I got a chance to buy this skin, right? But I just didn't do it because it just like, it looks so silly. Like, I was first started playing the game, I'm like, why would I want to play this? But I wish I bought it back then because it's actually so cool now with the border and all that. But yeah, this is how Warwick looked in game back then. Because there was like a joke among the League community that Warwick ate Earth and all that. But now let's get on to the actually super rare skins, and I'll show you guys them in game here. Alright, first one up with the super rare skins is going to be Riot Squad Singed. Now, this skin, I don't really remember how they gave it out. Let me Google it, like, how to get Riot Singed. I think it was sold, like, once for, like, a charity or something, maybe? No, apparently it was given out, it was given out at some, like, Riot events and stuff. But this skin actually looks really good now since it's all updated. Since Singe got a visual update, they updated the skin. They didn't update the splash art. That's why he looks all goofy with the Homer Simpson hair still on the splash art. But it looks really good in game now. He has the like a really legit Riot shield actually. The Riot logo on his shoulder. He has like some pouches and stuff. And he has a flashbang on his back. Look at this. He has a flashbang on his back. Isn't that crazy? And this is the only Singe skin that the poison is red in, which is really, really cool. But yeah, that's the only effect that's new of him. All the other effects are exactly the same. A lot of these rare skins are just old and they didn't re-release again because they're not really that special. So they're not going to look that good. But this is one of the cooler ones since it actually has a new effect. Next one up, it's not as rare anymore, but most of the accounts that have this skin are basically decommissioned. And that is going to be Ufo Corky. This is actually really funny. They gave this skin out in a magazine back then. So a lot of people actually got it. I think about 200,000 people got it. But a lot of people that got the skin back then quit the game or something and don't really play anymore. Because if you got it in a magazine, they weren't really like gamers, you know. They're more casual like. So a lot of people have the skin, but you don't see it online too much because a lot of them just quit playing the game. This one actually has a new splash art though since they updated Corky a bit. And here's a look at it. It looks kind of goofy, actually. He looks like he's really slow in this skin. Oh, I guess Corky is just really slow. Why does he have 325 move speed? He's in like a helicopter. He's in a UFO right now. But here's a look at it. He's like in this alien kind of monstrous looking UFO here. I think it really fits Corky. Like, I think it's really nice. They should have made it more UFO-y without like the actual gun and stuff in the front. That would have been pretty cool. But then it might be hard to see which direction Corky's facing. All the effects and stuff on the skin are, of course, just the standard Corky effects. Nothing actually new here. But this is a really cool skin, though. Like, I've seen it like once or twice. But I think it really fits Corky's theme well. He just looks so silly in here. Next ones up are the pack skins. Now, there's 3 pack skins, and I'm going to show you guys them in their rarity. Sivir is the least rare pack skin here. Because it recently got re-released in a different color scheme, I think, and all that. I think, do I have the original Sivir pack skin too? Yeah, I have the original pack skin Sivir and the new re-released one. The re-released one, basically, they sold it for 10 gemstones for about, like, a month or something. This is the actually super rare one that's red. You see there, it said Neo in the other one. That's not the rare one. This one has a border and all that, too. Wow. And this one was given out in those PAX events. And this one is the least rare because it was given out in the most recent PAX event that gave out like permanent skins here. And I think this one does have some different effects. Her Q is, of course, the new boomerang. Unlike the Pizza Girl Sivir skin that still throws the I think, like, different boomerang or whatever. This one is actually the correct one, which is cool. And let me see if the other effects there's anything new. R is the same. E is the same. W is of course the same. So yeah, the only thing new about the skin is basically her weapon that she throws out. But yeah, this was a pretty rare skin back then. The next pack skin is going to be the Jax Pack skin here. And this one's rarer than the Sivir just because it's older than the Sivir. And if you think about it, an older skin, like, this was given out at PAX, right? When League of Legends back then wasn't as popular. Of course, it's still really popular, but it's not as popular as, like, a year after the skin, which the Sivir one was released. So a lot less people got this one also. And this one looks kind of silly here. It's him with, like, a cardboard tube. I don't really get the reference, but he has, like, a Pac-Man on his chest and stuff, too. So it's kind of goofy. It's interesting because Jax actually doesn't have a real weapon in the skin. He has a cardboard tube. A lot of Jax players that has the skin though, that I talk to, say that the animations on the skin feel more smooth though. But as you can see, all the effects are exactly the same. Nothing new here. But I think the auto attack on the skin looks a little bit better, just because like his weapon just looks longer. I don't know. It feels like it's a little bit like cleaner of an auto attack and auto attack reset. That's what I've been hearing about this skin. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. It doesn't actually have any recall animations. None of these skins actually have any recall animations, I don't think. Yeah, he just spins around. The same Jax animation. And he has the Pac-Man on the front of his chest too. Can I see it somehow? You can kind of see it. It's basically right here. But on the back, it's a lot easier to see the Pac-Man. And look at Jax's feet, man. God damn, bro. My man's a Ninja Turtle. And lastly, the rarest skin is going to be TF. And this is a pack skin as well, but this is the oldest pack skin. So this was given out when League actually wasn't that popular. And like a lot of people didn't go to League's booth at PAX and all of them. But hey, they missed out. This skin, I think for like a year or two after it was released, was selling on eBay for $200-300 before Riot shut down all the inactive codes to stop people from selling the skin, basically. And now there's no way to really get the skin. But I think they're going to re-release this skin along with the Jax skin, just like the silver one, though, in future PAX events. So if you like the skin, you're probably going to get a chance to get it in the future. But I remember watching Groscore stream back then, and like his mom got him the skin back then. It was so cool because it's such a rare skin. It's a $300 skin, and it's even rarer now that there's no way of getting the skin. The only way to get the skin is for you to buy an account with the skin on. Even I don't own it. If I'm ever kicked out of the League Partner Program, I'm gonna lose this skin basically. But as you hear, all the effects are exactly the same. It's just the model of it is different, and it actually looks like a pretty cool model. It's black and blue. It reminds me of like a team skin, kind of like a CLG kind of skin or a Samsung White skin, because the color scheme of those are pretty similar. And the recall, I think, is the same, right? Yeah, the recall is the same. There's nothing new with the recall. But this is the rarest of the 3 pack skins, though. Now, if you guys see this picture online, you'll probably think that's just a splash art for Blitzcrank, right? Like, maybe it's the Chinese splash art for Blitzcrank, how, like, you know, the different servers have different splash arts for their champions. And this skin is actually not a splash art for Blitzcrank. This is a splash art for Rusty Blitzcrank, which is a skin that was actually sold back then when Riot had a little bit lower standards in skins. This was the original chroma, because I can't wait to show you guys this one in game. See, look, Rusty, it doesn't even show up in the shop really, I don't think. But this skin was sold for like a month back then, and they took it off the shop because of how bad it is. And I can't wait to show you this skin in game. It's so funny. Here's the look at it in game. They basically sold this skin in game back then for, I think, like 750 RP, and it's literally just Blitzcrank, but like Rusty, like just brown, darker, and that's it. It's literally the original chroma, but it costs 3 times the chroma's price because it has its own like splash art. So this skin was so bad, and the community was just outraged by it, because this skin was given out in like mystery chests. Like, if you gifted your friend, they could randomly get the skin and stuff. So they ended up pulling it out of the shop, and now there's absolutely no way to get this skin right now. So it's pretty funny though. Like, it's just a brown Blitzcrank, and that's it. There's no new effects, no new anything. It's Rusty Blitzcrank, but it's one of the rare skins because it was on sale back then. No one bought it, so they just took it out of the shop. Alright, next one, we're starting to get to some really rare skins now. And this one is Silver Kale. Now, Kale has a few rare skins, but Silver Kale, have you guys ever seen this skin before? Alright, it's basically just a recolor of Kale. Just a lot of these old skins are just recolors, but they're still super rare. But you can only get this skin if you pre-ordered League of Legends back then. Yes, back then you had to buy League of Legends, but you didn't get the skin for buying Legends. You had to pre-order it. So you got to go to a store, put money down on the game. I think the game was like 20 or 40 bucks back then. So you had to put like a few dollars down for the game. And if you did that, they would give you a code to the skin that you can redeem when the game came out. And it's Silver Kale. There's no way of getting the skin now. And it's literally just Kale, but like gunmetal gray and blue. But if you're one of the few that pre-ordered League of Legends, now you can say you have one of the rarest skins in the game. I wish that when they update it, which when they do, they probably will, they're going to change the coloring on this a bit. But all the skins effects are exactly the same. It's just a blue and gray Kale. So League wasn't really a game that people knew back then, especially when they were selling it for like 20 or 40 bucks, right? So pre-ordering it is a little bit far-fetched. It was a new IP, not anyone knew about it, right? But imagine if you pre-ordered the collector's edition of the game, which was like $60 to $80. Then you would get Rise, the human Rise skin back then, which when they changed, it turned into, where is it? It turned into Young Rise. It used to be called Human Rise, but now it's Young Rise. When Rise got all his reworks, they changed him. And this skin actually does look pretty cool. I passed over the tournament skin, but that skin you can still get right now, and it's actually really easy to get. There's a lot of websites that will just like sell you the skin, like by just putting you in a tournament and making you win automatically and give you the skin. But here's a look at Young Rise though, where you can only get for pre-ordering the collector's edition. And this came with Black Alistair. So this skin is kind of just the same as Black Alistair, but it's actually not as rare as Black Alistair because, what was it about Black Alistair? Black Alistair, I think, had a code where this one just gave it to you with the game, I think. Something like that. You guys that know the skin can correct me. It has all the same effects, but it's just Young Rise, you know? It's Rise as a human. It was before he turned all blue, and he still, like, lore-wise, he still has the scroll all wrapped up on his back. And he gives me the kind of Lee Sin feel. You know, he has the Lee Sin colors, flesh tones with dark reds. This is actually a really cool skin. Like, I wish they would bring this one back for the Rise players. I think Rise players would really love this skin. And in the same boat as Rise, of course, there's Alistair. Where is it? Alistar. Okay, here we go. There's Black Alistair, which is just like, yeah, given to people who pre-ordered the digital collector's edition of League. So you can't get this anymore. But for some reason, I can't show you this one because the League partner program only gives you the Rise one, but not this one, even though they were both acquired throughout the same way. So I guess in a way, this one is more rare because I can actually play with that one and I can't play with this one. So here's Black Alistair. Basically, the splash art is just the old splash art for Alistair, but they just changed the colors. They didn't even bother updating the splash art at all, which is kind of funny. Now on to the #1 most rare version, or the rare skin in the game, and it is King Ramus. Now, King Ramus was only given out to players that played in the League of Legends beta. So this is before even pre-ordering the game. This is when they're still beta testing the game. And it's said that only 500 people or so actually own the skin. So not too many people have the King Ramus skin. 500 people. A lot of people play this game, guys. I think like 3 or 4 million people play this game daily. Only 500 of those people actually own the skin. And I, of course, don't own the skin. The League program only lets me use all the skins in the game. I don't technically own the skin. And here's a look at it. It's basically just a recolor of Ramus in the Bowser icon. I mean, in the Bowser colors. With yellow and then the green shell. And it's actually a pretty ugly skin in my opinion. I really don't like it. I hope when they change Ramus, they'll make this one look cooler. But they didn't even bother updating the splash art. It's still the old splash art. It's the really funny looking Ramus. They just made it green. You can't even see its face. Can I see its face somehow? Okay, you can see it a little bit. Okay. It does actually have the green little mask on. But yeah, this is actually the rarest skin. And this skin came with an icon. For beta players. Let me show you the beta player. It looks really cool. League of Legends beta icon. Yeah, here's a look at the icon it came with. The master beta tester, top 500 beta tester. And it's like Ramus with 2 battle axes. This icon is probably rarer than the skin because you have to be on the top 500 of the beta testers. Where this one you just had to be a beta tester. So I guess more than 500 people have the skin. But it's not too many though. It's definitely the rarest skin in the game. So tell me what you guys think about this list. Hope you guys enjoyed learning a thing or two about the rare skins in League of Legends. YoumuusYT here signing out. Tell me if you guys have any of these skins. I doubt many of you have these skins. I'm gonna guess if you guys have skins, you guys have the Ufo Corky or the Gemstone skins or of course the Victoria skins, but definitely not a skin like this. This is a super rare skin. But yeah, you guys aren't missing out on too much because the skins are purely just a model change. All the effects and stuff are exactly the same, if not outdated. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like if you guys did. And if you guys are new, drop a subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.